Hello stock traders, I hope all of you are having a fine morning and are ready to attack this market. This has been a crazy market. Yes, it has been a heavy downturn. I have not done well in this market, and so far in 2022, my callouts are down 6.33%. It's very uncharacteristic, but with how the markets have been performing, I still feel pretty good in that my callouts have exceeded the average market of the SPY, which the SPY is down around 13% for the year. The triple Qs are down over 20%. So, doing better than the overall market, and that's the only thing I can take solace in. But looking forward to better times, and in today's video, I'm going to give you a look at the market, just in my opinion, where we're at, where we could be heading, and I'm going to be taking a look at the S&P 500 on that. I'm also going to give you a stock that has had fresh insider activity, and this $3 stock could really take off, and there's lots of good reasons why I like it, so you will want to stay till the end of the video to check it out. The only thing I ask in return is that you hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you have not done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group. We are at the beginning of a month. If you want my 2 fresh callouts, that is the place to do it. You'll want to get at least that basic membership to get those. I call out 2 stocks with insider activity and or other things each and every morning, and the only reason I will skip is if there are no insiders that look bullish, which rarely happens but can happen sometimes. But those 2 stock picks have been very, very powerful as we've gotten going. So let's get into this. Let's start taking a look at the S&P 500 and see what's going on. So you can see this massive craziness. Boy, this has just been nuts. What a nasty April it was, and it was not a good month, not pleasant to be a stock trader for sure. It took lots of discipline just to really not be in it, and what was so tricky about it is that it looks like we have, after we bounced off this level and had this impulsive move upwards, it looked like a wave 1 of a 5-wave bullish sequence. And so then we came down to right here, and at this level, this was where wave 2 would typically bottom out, and we would go into wave 3 of the Elliott wave, and we would have good times. But that is not what happened. Came up, got rejected again, and man, it is really flushed to the downside, all the way down here to 411, which is where I kind of thought the market would bottom out, and it indeed has been holding up above that 411 level, hoping now that it continues to do so. But let's take a look at these different resistance levels. So these are the resistance levels that you need to keep in mind on Tuesday morning. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. And the resistance right here at 416, this is a key level. Getting above this is big. I would love to see where we passed above it and then came back to it, reclaimed it as support, and moved on upwards. Now we have FOMC meetings coming up. We have CPI data coming up. We have lots of different things that are kind of on the horizon. And so something that lots of pitfalls and different things that can happen within the market. We will see how the Fed reacts to everything that's going on. And if we get only a 0.25 hike, this will fly. If we get a 0.5, it still might go up modestly. And the reasoning behind that is now the news would be behind us and we'd be looking now forward to the next meeting. And so it will be interesting to see how it all plays out. Please keep in mind these different levels. Also 411 is support. And that's something to watch. If we break down below that, it could mean trouble for the market if we were to close that out by the end of the day. All right, well, let's get into the stock. Let's start talking about it. And the stock I want to talk about is, let's go to the daily chart, is RVP, Retractable Tech. Retractable Technologies has had very significant insider activity. And we have a director who's been loading an open market a little over $500,000 a day, multiple days in a row. And these have been transactions that have been open market transactions. And what I mean by open market is it's the same price me or you would pay. These aren't granted shares. These are shares that this particular officer has paid with their own money to get into. And let's take a look at that activity. So as you can see right here, we have Leonard Braden Michael. He is loading up, and 384 here, 378 here, and 358. And the other thing you kind of notice, the 28th, the 29th, and May 2nd. So more loading today even on that. And so seeing this is very, very bullish when you see an officer going multiple times. The only thing that's more bullish is if you see different officers at the same time going into the same stock. But I like this. I'm going to call this out in my Discord early on in the morning. And so this will be one of my 2 picks. And I like this for a big move. It shall be interesting to see how it goes. The other thing to kind of keep in mind here is also we have a 52-week high of 1391. And so this could squeeze. And the reason why it could squeeze is because this stock has a short float of 14.68%. So we have insider activity now reported, a high short float. We could see a squeeze out of this stock and it could get out of hand very quickly. Well, here's wishing and hoping you have a fantastic day. Hopefully this stock pick helps you in your day today. Wishing you all the best on the market, and Raythoven out.